Jumping out of a moving vehicle as he was travelling to the airport in Islamabad. Taha Siddiqui says he was attacked and beaten by armed men but managed to escape and seek refuge at a local police station. More from the BBC's Sukunda Kamani, who's actually spoken to the journalist.
Taha Siddiqui is a Pakistani reporter who's worked for a number of international media outlets, including The Guardian, The New York Times and France 24. And he's well known in Pakistan as being a vocal critic of the country's powerful military establishment. He says earlier this morning he was on his way to the airport in Islamabad en route to London for a work trip when a car suddenly stopped in front of his taxi. At first, he thought it was a routine accident.
4 guys came out. They were all armed. They had AK-47s. One of them had a pistol. They came out and they came to my side of the car. I was sitting at the back on the left side, and they opened the door and they started to pull me out and drag me out. And I was like, what have I done? I was like, excuse me, guys. I mean, you know, it was you who stopped the car. I thought it was a robbery, or it was perhaps, you know, a road rage incident. But at that time, one of them said, what do you think of yourself? Do you think you're somebody? And that's when I realized that something else is going on. And I realized that I was being abducted.
Siddiqui managed to escape in dramatic fashion, running through oncoming traffic and hiding in a ditch before eventually making his way to a police station. He and many others in Pakistan believe this is the work of the intelligence services. Siddiqui has faced pressure from the authorities before because of his reporting. Human rights groups have raised concerns after a number of critics of the Pakistani military were abducted over the last year. Some of them later alleged they were tortured by the intelligence services. The Pakistani military denies it's involved in these so-called enforced disappearances. Taha Siddiqui says he won't be silenced.
Sukunda Kamani reporting there now. This time last year, Billy Munger was being tipped as the next Lewis Hamilton. There he is. He's 17 and a star of Formula 4. But after a horrific accident last April, he had both of his lower legs amputated. His recovery and determination of a